we're ready for the big match. It's France and it's
Mm.
Argentina. France is a slight favorite in this game, but not by much. Maybe not by as much as you would have expected. Did that surprise you a little bit?
No, I think at this point with the way things have been going, I think France, honestly, they did look a little shaky yesterday. I think
Mm,
Upamecano sitting was big for them. Konate was easily, his performance yesterday was better than anything Upamecano did the entire
hmm
tournament. So they didn't really miss him too much. I think the midfield was slightly an issue without Rabiot, but Chouameni's stepped up. He's been immense. Mbappe had his moments, and that's all that matters for great players, just like him and Messi. This matchup, I saw Taylor Twellman comment on it. I don't agree with his stat. I do a lot of player comparison videos. What this
hmm
really is LeBron James versus Luka Doncic if they matched up.
Mm,
Luka, I mean, obviously he hasn't won an NBA title, but I mean, he won EuroLeague MVP. Like, what? It's totally different awarding trophies like that. Like,
yeah.
Luka never had the best team to go and win the ultimate prize, so it's a little bit unfair. But truly,
hmm
it's next guy up for the generation to come for the next 10 years versus the guy who
hmm
did it for 2 decades. That's what's on the line here. But if it's LeBron never won the title, I get why it's like this. I don't think France has been anything immense. I think they're a little bit worse. For me, honestly, I'm sticking with my guns with Argentina, but I do
hmm
think France has incredible value for a triple money line at plus 180. We saw
We
them
also have to, we both picked Argentina. This is a natural hedge
I'm
on
not.
France
Yeah,
anyway.
I am.
You
Yeah,
know,
I am not. I'm not backing off on this. I also think both teams to score plus 150. There's immense
mm,
firepower here. Teams have been, in my opinion, a little shaky on the defensive side of things. I think the midfield
hmm
matchup's a little bit more even than some people want to admit. But when you have Messi, when you have Mbappe, who are both creators and goal scorers, I think it allows that to happen because they just need a moment of genius. We saw that yesterday with
hmm
Mbappe. We saw it with Messi against Croatia. Um, for me, both teams to score is a little bit safer. And then again, you could just parlay both teams to score with a side to win in the triple money line. I will say this, however, if this game goes into extra time and this goes to penalties, I am not taking France. I would not take France on penalties. We
Whoa,
saw
why
them get
not?
eliminated. I don't trust them. I think Lloris is worse on penalties than Emi Martinez is. We
Mm,
saw France get eliminated on penalty kicks during the Euros against Switzerland. Um, for me, it's just something they're not great at.
mm,
This is if there is a one negative for them. I don't think they have any excellent penalty takers. For me, I think Argentina have that edge, and I think if France win this World Cup, it's within the 90 minutes. There's just too much quality. By the
mm,
way, Karim Benzema has been greenlit to go to
mm.
the final. He is still eligible to play in this.
You
Does
think
he
we
do
see
it?
him?
Hey man, if you want to see your Willis Reed moment, I guess this is the possibility for it. Um, and again, you're adding a Ballon d'Or winner to this.
Yeah,
Is he
it doesn't
rusty
hurt.
though? He hasn't played in weeks. He hasn't played all tournament, obviously. What kind of player are we getting? Does that ruin the sort of chemistry if he were to get in this match? Does it
I don't
take
think you
time
can
for
do
them
that.
to? I don't think it'll be as smooth as some people. Like I don't think it's just going to be
Yeah.
you plop them in and it's like FIFA and it's
hmm
fine. This is real life here. For me, it would be immense for them, but they don't need him to win.
hmm
Uh, man, I and also over the over 2.5 for goals. It's
Yeah.
a plus 150 number in some spots. We're talking about like a 2-1 here. There were plenty of
hmm
opportunities in both matches. We saw 5 goals between both teams. We saw France
It
score two
feels
goals
suspicious.
2 goals against the best defensive side in the tournament, and France played a pretty damn good game. And I think
hmm
Argentina's defense is weaker. I think France's defense is weaker than Croatia. And we saw how Argentina stacked up against a great midfield that Croatia had.
hmm
There's goals to be had, man. And if you're
Yeah.
telling me plus 150 number, hey, listen, I get it. World Cup, a lot of teams are playing tighter. They're being more conservative within this. Both of these teams have been here. There's players that have been in these spots. They understand
hmm
these situations. Um, I don't know. I think when you give me that type, if it was like a plus 110, maybe I'd be a little bit more hesitant. Plus 150 is something I really like to look at. And again, like
Yeah.
I said a couple weeks ago, if I'm a sucker, call me a sucker, man. I'll take the bet.
That's fine. I really like over 2.5. I really like both teams to score. If you've been watching Golden Goal, all tournament, you've heard us say that more than a few times. It's not exactly a hot take. I got this comparison from our producer Nigel. You mentioned the Doncic and the LeBron one.
Yeah.
How about Mahomes versus Brady? when they were in the Super Bowl. That's a
Yeah.
little
No,
closer.
yeah.
You got a tournament there. Messi hasn't won the big tournament yet, but that was kind of an easy way to think about it. But regardless, it's that changing of the guards, or does the old man have one last laugh?
I mean, yeah, that's what it is. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, Brady just so many. I'm a Jets fan, so it's so annoying.
Tough.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean Nigel's right on that comparison. That one works as well, because I know there's a ton of NFL fans. It's the number one sport to bet on. I think that one works as well. I think this version of Messi was definitely better than the Brady. I mean, Brady, there hasn't been a bad version of Brady or Messi before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one is fair to say. I will say though, Mbappe's team is a lot better than Mahomes' like one starting offensive lineman for that Super Bowl, so it's a little bit more
enough.
even. A little bit.
It's not a perfect comparison.
None of them really are. Yeah.
I like over 4.5 cards in this game.
Chaos.
I was going back and forth quite a bit. Look, I think France has 5 total cards all tournament, which was also pretty crazy that England had their first card against France. Like, that's insane. We've seen just, certain referees against, for in Argentina games, just Argentina games being chaotic anyway. I want to get your opinion here, because one side of my brain is saying, okay, it's the finals. The referees are going to do everything they can to stay out of it. The other side of my brain is saying, this is going to be a chippy game. It's going to be a tight game. Both teams are nervous. Which side would you lean on there?
Five yellows is a lot. Five yellows is so much. To me, I think 5's just a bit too much for me. I got to be honest. I get where you're coming from. The official select, like Daniela Orsato, perfect example, in the Argentina-Croatia match. I see Orsato on a regular basis. The fact that this man got into a tournament as a referee is scandalous on its own. He's our Joey Crawford in Italy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, it's just, I don't understand how that happens. I haven't seen yet who the referee is for the final. So I think that is obviously something very important. I think everyone should look out for that. I don't think they're going to put anyone here that is poor. Again,
I believe the referee from the Netherlands-Argentina game has been sent home already.
Yeah, and he's off as well. I see him in the Champions League as well. We'll allude to some other tournaments that you could bet on, but for me, 5 is just so much. But again, maybe just a question here, because I don't really. So this is just strictly for the 90 minutes, or this could.
I believe it is including. I believe it's extra time as well. I'd have to double check, but I believe it is extra time as well.
Hey man, unless you guys think that you see some Zinedine Zidane moment where a player loses his cool and gets a red card, perhaps.
It'll be the first time this tournament.
I mean, listen. For me, it's just a bit too much. But I do like the other prop that you haven't mentioned.
Yeah, I my other one that I was going to go with was Julian Alvarez to score, and kind of just the train of thought being, all the attention is going to be on Messi. There's no way it isn't. And look, it didn't matter in that Croatia game. But if you look at the first 30 minutes of that Croatia game, Messi was kind of struggling. And that's because he had 3 jerseys around him all the time. Like, he couldn't create anything. Once that first goal went in for Argentina, and again, this isn't a hot take, the game obviously opened up a lot. But I think, obviously, the step up in competition from Croatia to France, I think Alvarez is going to spring free and probably find the back of the goal like he's been doing all tournament. That's where I lean there. It's a natural hedge, and I just think France is the better team, unfortunately. But that's also partially me just trying to jinx it. If I got to be completely honest with all you guys.
You can't say it out loud then at that point, right?
That's exactly it. I'm saying it. Yeah. I'm saying I will trade a losing bet for obviously the team that we bet on before the tournament and my favorite team winning anyway.